Well, good morning, YouTube. All right, guys, in today's video, we've got to move a trailer around. So I'm up here at the yard, and wouldn't you know it, as soon as I get started, it starts to snow on me. It's not snowing hard, so we're going to keep doing what we're doing. But skies are looking a little ugly over there. You know, 10 minutes ago, it was nice and sunny. So the plan today is, you remember this? This is the piece that broke when we lost our trailer back in 2020 on our way. No, 2021. Back in 2021, we were on our way to the Laconia motorcycle rally and we lost our stacker trailer. So the pintle mount itself is fine. It's just the drawbar that was broken. So I ran out today, grabbed another drawbar mounting plate. So we're gonna hook the clamp to that so that we can go hook up to the dolly. All right, so we got this dolly sitting here and that's what we're gonna use. So I'm gonna use that pintle mount so they can hook to the pintle hitch that's on the end of that. And that way I can tow it around the yard with my pickup truck. Guys, the reason we're doing this is because I took the fifth wheel off of the Kenworth so that we could do the paint on the frame. Well, we never got around to that, did we? So right now I can't use the Kenworth to move it. And this is really our best option. So I don't have to move the trailer very far. I also bought some cage bolts so that we can get the brakes caged, because obviously there's no air lines on the back of my pickup to be able to move it with. So hopefully this all works. The trailer's not fully loaded. There are a few things in it and I've only got to pull it forward 10 or 15 feet maybe. Well, probably 30 feet. So hopefully my truck can do it. My biggest concern is going to be traction. The dolly is going to support all the weight of the trailer, but my truck has just got to tow it. And without a lot of weight in the bed, don't know if I'm going to have enough traction to do it. But if not, we've got more tractors and stuff around here we can do it with. At that point, I could even use the Kenworth. Of course, it doesn't have any weight on it either. I don't know. We'll have to see. Stay tuned. Well, guys, look at that. 5 minutes later, sun shining again, no more snow. All right, so after chipping all the asphalt off of it, I have got the new pintle clip put onto the drawbar, and I put it the highest most position I could, just thinking that the height of my truck, the height of that dolly, that's going to make the most sense, and hopefully it's enough. Well, guys, starting again. You know, it keeps coming and going. The sun comes out, then the clouds come in, more snow, then the sun comes out, it all disappears. Clouds come in, more snow. So at this point, I got the dolly hooked up to the truck. I got the dolly moved over to this trailer, which we need to be able to move. So I've been going down and trying to cage the brakes. I've got two of them caged. One of them, it feels like the cage release platform is all the way out to the end, but there's no bolt in it and it's all rusty and falling apart. There's not even anything there for me to tighten the cage nut up to in order to draw that out. So I'm hoping that that one's already going to be released. It looks like it's frozen that place. And the fourth one, I'm just having trouble getting the cage bolt to go in and turn. I can get it in, but I can't get it to turn. So I'm going to double nut it, tap it in with a hammer, and see if I can't use a wrench to turn it sideways. That way I can start running the nut down to actually cage that brake. And most likely, this trailer's been here a long time. I'm going to have to use the hammer to beat on the brakes a little bit to actually get them to free up. And then hopefully we'll be able to move it forward. Hi guys, well that was a fail. So I got it all done and I could see the trailer moving forward and backwards just a tiny bit. But again, my issue was traction. The right rear tires were starting to spin, left seemed to be good. The gravel is definitely a little looser on that side. So I was gonna go grab Joe and see if we can use one of his big tractors or something, but I think he left for lunch. So maybe I'll go home and get the Excursion. At least there I've got 4-wheel drive and a lower gear ratio. Plus I can put it in a low range, have a little bit more torque. But yep, fail on that one. And then we had so much tongue weight on the pintle that I couldn't get this to lift up off of it. So I had to pull the pin and just pull the truck forward, put some blocks underneath it to hold it. So that's what we did there. But as you can see, I've got the landing gear up off of the ground. All the brakes are caged. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get this thing to move. You know, even beat on the drums a little bit with a hammer just to try to free up some of the rust on there. Hopefully it was enough. Like I said, in my mirrors, I could see the trailer moving a tiny bit. I could see the wheels on the dolly moving a little bit. But the tire dolly wheels, that could just be playing the fifth wheel pin, not sure. Anyway, it just wasn't enough to get it going, so on to the next step. Well guys, I done got her stuck. I was over here at one of Joe's other properties, talking about some of the things that he needs to be done around the property and he wants my help with. So kind of taking a look at things, and well, I saw this little international truck sitting over there that, you know, before I thought belonged to one of the logging companies that was out here logging this side of the mountain. So I drove over kind of by it, and as I got over to it, I realized that the road I was on, you know, it wasn't really a road. It's just where they cleared an area to get over here to do the logging, and it started to get soft. So I tried to back out of it, and I missed my line a little bit, and it started to sink. So I stopped, went back forward again, and I saw this area up here, and I saw that, you know, there's some grass and whatnot. I thought, well, if I get over here, this area's open enough, I can just turn the truck around and get a good path through it. And you can see this doesn't look like terrible of a road, but it was slippery. Well, I got it to right here and it stopped. Now keep in mind, I've got it turned around almost 180 degrees from where I got stuck, just by going forward and backwards a little bit and literally spinning the truck without going forward more than 5 or 10 feet, literally just sliding it almost like it was a skid steer turning around in one spot. You can see the tracks, it's crazy. So right here is where I pulled in and got stuck, and I've literally just pivoted the truck around. This is how many times I pull forward and backward, forward and backward, forward and backward. But now I've got enough rut behind these back tires that I can't overcome it. I've almost got it straight where I can clear the track hoe. So I gotta find something to throw under the tires, try to get it up out of that, or maybe I'll just see if there's keys in the track hoe, and if there is, I can use it just to pull it out of the hole. I do have a chain with me in the back of the truck. Well guys, no luck with anything I've tried, so I called Katie. She's gonna jump in the Excursion and come down here. At least it's 4-wheel drive, maybe tug me out. But guess what? Snowing again, just my luck. All right guys, Katie tried to start the Excursion and it wouldn't work. It was so cold out, it didn't want to crank. So she grabbed Zach. Zach jumped in his truck with Katie, brought a couple shovels, brought a couple rakes, and we got it cleared out. But see, we've got it moved up here, still not getting traction. So we're using the come along against the track hoe to get it out of the hole. And hopefully once we get it up on the solid surface, I'll be able to drive out. With Zach's truck gonna be 2-wheel drive, we're afraid to drive it back here because then we would have 2 stuck trucks. So Zach's truck is up there. We're not gonna bring it down here unless we absolutely have to. As you can see, that back tire is still just spinning, and it's only at idle. She's not even giving it any throttle. So we're almost up on top of all this mess. All right, guys, I think we got it out. Are you unhooked, Zach? All right, baby, just be very gentle. Put it in second now. Just be very gentle. Try to get it rolled forward a little ways. We'll clean up all of our tools. Just past that sloppy spot. Move more towards the center. All right, guys, at this point, all right, that's good. All right, at this point, I think we can drive it out. But as you can see, we made one heck of a mess. Pretty interesting though, if you look, there's a whole spot in the middle that's not even disturbed where the truck just pivoted around it. And just in time, because it is getting dark. Luckily the snow lightened back up, but it's definitely dark out, or getting dark out. So we want to get out of here, and hopefully we can get out without getting stuck again. All right guys, as soon as Katie gets in, we're gonna see if we can make it the rest of the way out of here, get Zach back up into his truck. All right, easy on the throttle to get her moving. Once she gets going, I'm gonna get her up to speed and keep her there. She's spinning, but she's still moving. Barely steered. It wanted to go straight when I was turning. By the way, guys, the reason I got stuck, you see that International over there off to the right? That's why I was out here looking at it. Hopefully get past Zach. Oh my gosh, don't hit his truck. All right, guys, now we're back on the hard road. We're good. Woohoo! Well, guys, it's actually the next day, and because it was so late by the time we got the truck out of the mud, we did not get to go back up here and try to get the trailer out, but that'll have to be another day. Joe didn't actually need the trailer out right then and there, so we'll see how that goes. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. And, you know, it kind of sucked that I got my truck stuck because I just washed it 2 days before, and I spent like 3 hours, like really detail cleaning the outside of that truck. And now it's just covered with mud. In fact, today, I had to use a garden hose just to clean the mirrors off enough so I could see out of them because the passenger side mirror was just absolutely covered, zero visibility. All right, guys, till the next time I see you, keep those engines running.